Hey yo, it's Bread and Lord. Welcome back to Rome Total War. If you remember last time, we started our epic Gaul LP. We fought off a couple battles against the Spanish and defeated a Roman general and took a rebel town. So hopefully today we can take that other rebel town that we were sieging and maybe make some ground against some of our opponents. As we zoom in here. If you remember last time, Belenus took out a Roman commander who was by himself, and he's guarding the pass to our two northern settlements there. And as you can see, they don't really have too much. They have a shrine of Ceres, which increases population for some reason. And they don't really have too many troops going on, so we should be able to do pretty well, at least for now. We can't let them build up, though. And, yeah. These recording settings are a little different than last time that we played Rome Total War. So, my question to you, I guess, would be, do you like having a little bit of lag but having it kind of be real time? Or do you enjoy having it kind of skip and be a little faster at portions where it would normally lag? Because that's what I had it on last time. And I might experiment with sound to see if sound is actually a possibility in this setting. And if it is, then I'll definitely keep this setting. And as you see, the British attack. But if sound doesn't work with this setting as well, I'm just gonna scrap it. I'll test sound for the next recording, and if it doesn't work, I can just mute it. So not a problem. Anyway, the rebels decide to sally forth, so we're going to engage. Dulce et decorum est pero porque nore nia horsito. What? That's not Latin. Anyway, it is a sweet and seemly thing to die for one's country. I agree, totally. And here's our first battle with the barbarian elite. We're going to drop our rams first, so they aren't encumbering us. We're going to move in front of them, up here. And move those guys up here, and then we should be moving our druids right behind them. And that should work pretty well. And we should have our cavalry. We're gonna have our cavalry on the left flank. And we should do pretty good against this army because the barbarian elite, they're very good units. They're a cavalry-sized portion of infantry, which meaning they're kind of quite lower than standard infantry numbers. But as you can see, they have really good morale, lots of bonuses. And they inspire troops near them. That golden eagle on the top of their banner there, that means they inspire the troops. So, they're kind of like a mini general in that regard. So they're kind of nice to have around. And if you lose that unit, you'll suffer a horrible morale penalty. Anyway, they decided to charge in, so I war cried before they could. And my troops are engaging. I'm going to swing around my elite and try to crash them in on the sides, but I see this other warband unit. I'm going to try to run up. The first unit routed, so I mean that's a good play. And we're going to send our warband to assist, and we're lost a couple of barbarian elite, but they routed, so only 2 lost is not bad at all, my friends. My friends. And we're going to move our warbands and move our warband and our barbarian elite over to counter the barbarian cavalry that's coming. And we should be able to destroy them quite handily. As I've said before, warbands are technically spear troops, and with a war cry on our belt, they can definitely take out a barbarian cav. Seems like they're trying to rush towards our general. Oh, and they're stopping. So we should be able to handle them. And activate war cry on the druids, send them out, go take down those horsemen. Horse! Of course you can do it, man. And look at that. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. Almost no casualties, just totally devastating them. And they decided to rout when they saw the barbarian elite coming in. So we're going to end the battle. We don't need to possibly take more losses. So let's not. And the man who runs away will fight again. Not this time. They ran away, but they died because they ran out of food. So we're going to occupy, and we've already taken 2 settlements in this LP, so looking pretty good. Somebody got married, nobody really cared about. Alicia got its advanced barracks, which means we can now train swordsmen there. And that'll be nice. We can have swordsmen to fight against the British. Because, the British are going to be a challenge. That's going to be our biggest threat at the moment. And if we don't deal with the Romans now, the Romans will be the biggest threat later. So we have to deal with them now. So it's gonna be a little hard to defend against the British, but we should be okay. We're gonna build some roads over in, and we're gonna move our boats up here and check out what's going on. Confine our fleets because we can this turn, and get a little lag, not too bad. And lots of units trained. We got warhounds and all that good stuff. Normally I don't train warhounds, but I decided, mix it up, train a unit while we're building advanced barracks. Normally, I probably won't be training too many more of them. They're kind of interesting and useful, but I mean, I don't really like them that much. And they do have quite a bit of force over here, including some archers, which they start with. The Roman Julii start with 2 advanced units, archers and triarii, which are Roman heavy spearmen. Triarii are very hard to kill because they have good morale, and most units at this point in the game don't have very good morale. And they have pretty high defensive stats compared to the early legionary Hastati. They have quite more defense. They have similar defensive stats to Principe, which are Roman heavy infantry. And hopefully we won't have to deal with that for a while. And Numantia is looking pretty good. We're going to go around and build stuff. Not there. Not this turn. We could build a shrine to Epona, but we need funds elsewhere. It can hold out against the Spanish for quite a while, so I'm not too worried about that. We're gonna build economically in the other areas. Take down this shrine here. Build 2 traders in our newest settlements. And as you saw, I did send Vindex up. Vindex, we're gonna need to help with Alesia. I think we can handle ourselves in Gaul in Rome here. We should be okay. Belenus is a cool guy. He's a pro. And there's 2 Greek diplomats here, so we can talk to them. Trade rights. Good, they wanted that. Good. So that new port that we're going to build in Patavium will not go to waste. And they wanted map information, which is cool. An alliance. Good. So we got an alliance with the Greek cities, which is cool. Trade rights with Macedon. Map information with Macedon. And how about an alliance? No. Maybe they have a war with the Greek cities and they don't want to ally. Or maybe they're allied with the Bruttii or something. And, the Bruttii did take this town already. So the Bruttii are expanding. The Bruttii are probably going to be the biggest threat. Honestly, the Bruttii or the Scipii. But hopefully by then I should have Rome and all the Julii settlements. And we should have enough power in this area to take them out. My kingdom is going to be kind of split by the mountains, as you can see. That mountain range kind of splits it into the main European segment and then the Italian segment. And really, I'm going to treat them as separate cells. They're going to pretty much act independently. And the Julii, look at the balls on the Julii going right. Oh my! Oh, whoa! Holy crap! Mayday. Good thing I decided to send Vindex up here. Oh my goodness, good thing they didn't attack that small town with that, because I can fend off the army there. We're going to hire some mercenaries, try to pump all our money into this right now. That's a pretty big army, but I see some peasants, so maybe it's not that advanced. Hopefully they have really bad troops, like lots of peasants. It's our only hope there. And the barracks finished in Mediolanum, so we can build those kind of guys. We can build 2 more swordsmen here, and hopefully we can send out the swordsman next turn. And we're going to send Belenus over to break the siege, so we don't lose any men to attrition. Maybe he can attack him this turn, let's see. No, not yet. So he's going to sit there for a turn, and hopefully no big forces come up the middle. And hopefully I can start getting on the offensive soon, because they're going to keep assaulting with small forces until they get some kind of advantage. Because that's just how the Romans play. Play very, very annoyingly. Dangerously. And, we're going to move our diplomat back up here, because there's really no one we have to talk to anymore. We're at war with 3 of our neighbors, and, the Germans and the Greeks are our allies, so that's cool. We'll probably have to fight with Germania at some point. I really don't want to because they're going to be a challenge for sure. But if we can cut off the British naval power, then we should have quite a fighting chance against the British. Because they're not going to be able to ferry troops, and the settlement they do have over here is quite weak. Anyway, we're going to take Meriadoc, and we're going to engage the British commander. This will be our first battle with the British. Another barbarian on barbarian battle. They have the same war bands as we, but they have radically different general units. And they have chariot generals, which are very interesting. I don't really like chariot generals again because they're not very good against infantry. They're specialist units, so chariot generals are kind of bad in my opinion. And I'll try to take advantage of that fact in this battle. You'll see. And he's got 2 war bands in his general. He's got his somebody's doing something weird, banging around. Anyway, he's got his general guarding the back of his war bands. It's kind of smart. We're gonna run up that other war band from the town, and hopefully we should be able to outmaneuver them and outman them. We definitely outman them, but it's a factor of outmaneuvering them. Our cavalry are basically useless if he has us blockaded on the end, but maybe we can make a use of them somehow. Can move this warband over here, and since we have another unit over here, I'm going to move our cavalry over to this side. Put them over here, so we have our cav over there, and we have an extra infantry unit on the left, because, in fact, warbands do pretty good against barbarian generals, because, they're technically spearmen, so they have attack bonus versus chariots as well. And with Warcry, they can do pretty good against chariots, although they will take quite a few casualties, because British chariots are high offense and substantially lower defense. Or, well, they have lower HP than like scythe chariots or other Pontic chariots that we've seen before, but they have much more attack and charge values. And their chariots are moving around. Their chariots will intimidate our infantry, but I have our general right there, and we have the number advantage, so we should be okay. And we should be winning the melee battle, if not completely dominating the melee battle. Unless their chariots join in, of course. And then we might have to sacrifice our cavalry to help out our infantry. And, yep, okay, so we're going to move our general up to support. Keep them up. We're going to move our cavalry over to the side. Possibly their general can go assault, and possibly, I don't know, we'll see what happens. Rein the cavalry back in, they're going a little too far. We're taking heavy casualties on both sides here, which is okay, I guess. And we should hopefully be breaking them. No, they're still eager. We're going to have to send in our cavalry because their general is keeping them in here. And hopefully we can get in. We're going to sound the cry of command. And yes, okay, the units are slipping by. They slipped by pretty well. Oh, they even took out a general chariot, and they slipped by. And that unit's dead, that unit's down. And they're going to lose a lot of men in these cavalry, but we need to take down that other... Okay, we took down the other chariot, good. And we're going to try to pull these chariots out, pull them out. And we should be able to take out the general pretty easily. And continue battle. Yeah. And we did kill the general there. We lost quite a bit of infantry and cavalry, but we destroyed an enemy general, and we defeated his warbands. So that went pretty well. And, fighting against the British, we're pretty even, I gotta say. So, no advantages to either side, technology-wise. So it was a good battle. Good job, Meriadoc. The bad bonuses that you have, the bad traits that you have, didn't really impact there. And we did get an extra command star for winning that battle, so good job. So maybe he'll be a good commander. We'll see. We're going to merge our cav and our inf, and we're going to put our injured units in the city, kind of as an extra garrison. Because we really don't want weak units fighting in the line, because that's just bad news bears. And, yeah, we're going to send them out here. We're going to try to join them up with Vindex, and hopefully we can have a big enough army to do something against them. Hopefully they won't take Alesia. I'm not going to lie, there's a very high chance that they will. But I do have Warhounds, and Warhounds will do actually really well. I'd have a lot to intimidate him with, and hopefully just break his army with fear. And that's the way I'm going to win. Anyway, we're going to save and end the turn because there's not much else going on. Bearded Diplomat going up through our land. Not a big deal. The Julii are... Oh, the Julii are going to attack. That's interesting. Well, let's engage. And Quintus here, he's got his Triarii unit of Legion. He got 2 Town Watch. Town Watch are militia units. I did make them a little better in than Town Watch in the vanilla version. Because since I was buffing the militias of everybody, I'd figured, Roman militias need a little bit of help too. So they have a little better stats. And I made sure to count them as spearmen because then the computer will treat them as spearmen a little bit better. Because they are armed with spears, they get a cavalry bonus. I could have changed warbands, but I didn't really think about it. Oh well, not a big deal. And we get... barbarian units generally get a combat bonus in the woods. I'm not sure how much. It's not like devastating. Like, don't fight barbarians in the woods because you will always lose. No, it's not. It's not that bad. But I mean, it can change the tide of battle. Now I'm gonna try something sneaky. I'm gonna move my cavalry over here in the woods, and I'm gonna move our army back over here, and hopefully we can funnel the enemy through here, and then I can get a sneak attack with our cavalry, and we can hopefully devastate this army, because honestly the second army isn't much trouble, but this army is, because they have a good commander, a unit of Triarii, and there's their Roman units there. There's the Triarii, very long spears, very devastating against cavalry. Roman Legion there, and another Town Watch. They got Town Watch on the flanks. They got the weak units on the flanks, so it's very susceptible to surprise cavalry raids. It's very nice, but they have a lot of spearmen, so kind of devastating. Our warband can hold against the Roman line very well, but in the end, at the end of the day, we're going to lose if we just let our melee units fight. We have to use cavalry support and skirmishing support to be able to win, and that's what I plan to do, because we definitely have the cavalry superiority and we have skirmishers. But their Hastati are armed with Pilla, the Roman Legion unit. Triarii don't have Pilla because they have the long spears. But the Hastati have Pilla, so we're going to have to watch out for that. That'll probably take out maybe 20 guys at a time. And that's kind of devastating. 15 to 20, I would say. And they haven't discovered our cavalry. There's a kind of weird proximity range. Sometimes they can see them quickly, sometimes they can't. I think they're going to be able to slip by. And our cavalry should be able to launch a sneak attack. And reinforcement army is coming up, but not fast enough. And Quintus is getting a little closer. A little closer, come on. It always makes me nervous fighting the Romans, because the Romans are very powerful. And hopefully we don't see an example of that, and hopefully they won't defeat us. But if they do, this army doesn't have any swordsmen, so it's kind of understandable. They have much better troops. We're going to select all our warbands, and we're going to war cry pretty soon here. So we can war cry. By the time the animation's done, we can charge. Yeah, that's something else you have to take in consideration. The war cry animation takes a few seconds. So you have to plan ahead and plan when you want to charge. We have equal number of melee units, so it makes it easy to choose where our guys are going to go. Going to move up our skirmishers and our general so they can help. And we're going to send out our cavalry, and hopefully we can ambush their general. That's going to be our plan here. Send them out. And hopefully their melee units will commit, and we can just snipe off the general. And, oh, one of their town watch is going over. Weird. But here comes our cavalry in, and we're crushing their line there. There we go, there we go. Their general's committing, so we need to get in there quick. They got General in his body. Their Triarii gave up already. Yes, and their general's down, and the left unit's down. And hopefully we can kill their general, because it's... Oh, yes, 4-star general down. And that unit's down over there. This army just routed. That was a mass rout, guys, and we really didn't lose that much for fighting Romans. So, yes, always try to ambush in the woods. There you go. There's the moral of the day. I think we lost like 2 cavalry units there, so it's pretty awesome. Because that first cavalry unit was injured from before fighting the other Roman general. Yeah, I think we took about the same casualties on that battle as we did fighting that one Roman general. That's how effective that ambush strategy worked. Plus, a correctly timed war cry can make all the difference. And you get a severe morale. They get a severe morale penalty for units appearing when they haven't seen them, because they get frightened. So the computer knows they're there, but they can't do anything about the morale penalty. I don't know. I don't know if the computer knows where my cavalry is, or if that information is technically hidden from the computer. I wouldn't be surprised if they knew it, but whatever. That went pretty well, and we should be able to take out this other army fairly easy. We can stay in the woods. We're not going to be able to launch an ambush because they know where our cavalry is, and if we go hiding, they know exactly where they are still. I'm pretty sure. And we're going to be able to swing around with our barbarian cav. They don't have any guys that can chase down our cav, so we can just retreat them if it becomes a problem. And send them in the back here. They're letting us totally flank them. They're not even going to try to engage with the unit of spearmen. They have 2 units of legionnaires, I believe, and 2 units of town watch militia. And again, with the 4-unit scheme. It looks like they are going to send 1 unit of town watch to deal with my barbarians. Which, honestly, is not a bad idea because they will take more casualties. And I'm going to send these 2 units of barbarian cav to engage there. I'm going to send this unit to distract the town watch. And my units are Warcried. We don't want those 2. We want these 2 to attack there. Him to attack there, and him to attack there. So the Histati are going to have a lot of pressure on them. Lots of men against the Histati unit. We're going to move up our skirmishers, move up those guys, and we should be able to take them out relatively easily. And, yeah. The Histati are trying to launch their missiles. Hopefully we can break them before that happens. Oh, no, they got them off on that unit. But we did break it pretty easily, because they were not expecting a cavalry charge from the rear. And we're going to smush all our cavalry into the middle and try to break them there. And hopefully we should be able to. 1 unit's down. Town watch is down. These guys are wavering. This is the general unit. Oh, okay, there we go. They're gone. And the town watch are coming in. They're going to take some casualties on our barbarian cav, but that's fine. That is fine. And it looks like we totally devastated that army as well. So this first real battle against the Romans, just ended extremely well. And we should be able to take out this last guy here. Totally devastated that second army. Boom, come on, kill that guy. Come on. Come on, what you doing? There you go. And that should really be all for this Roman army. And we'll see clear victory or heroic victory. Heroic victory! Belenus the hero. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Yeah. We lost like 60 guys, and the Romans lost like all of their guys. That was devastating. Good job, Belenus. And hopefully you'll get a command star out of that. Oh my gosh, Belenus, you beast. You got 2 command stars. He got 2 command stars. And the Romans, I don't know if they really have too much else. And we're training a lot of swordsmen in our cities, and we're going to send that down too. And if we can beat them with warbands, I think we can beat them with swordsmen. So it's looking pretty good against the Romans, I gotta say. And as good as it's looking against the Romans, it's not looking that good against the British. That huge army. Hopefully they will siege attack soon and not draw us out. And we got our faction leader in there, and he might die, and it's just not going to be a pretty day when it comes down to it. And my computer's getting mad at me again, as it likes to do. You know, we're not going to send out these units on this turn because they just got devastated, so they're not going to be pushing the advance. And look at this is a historical battle marker. I don't think we saw that last game. That denotes a particularly pivotal historical battle, which the game denotes it as. We did build a temple of Epona last turn, so we're going to retrain the swordsman we just trained and train some more troops. Train any swordsmen so that we can get some more experienced troops. We're going to keep these generals and 2 units of warband in here for defense. In case our army gets crushed, that'll leave enough to really defend us. And yes, he did get 2 command stars. He's already got 5 command, and he's still under the age of 20. So he is a boss. He's a boss. And, yeah, we're going to send Meridoc down here again. Our priority is to try to defend the capital. If they send that army up north to take out Conde Redundum, that is totally up to them. And I will have nothing to defend it with on purpose because look at this army. This army is going to do some work against me. But, you know, I do have a faction leader, so let's not count it out. And, Admiral Segovax here. And we did win our first ship battle. Good. Good. Our first ship battle. They haven't built a port yet. And we won the first ship battle, so their ships should be slightly devastated. We'll have to watch for them to come back. I don't think we sunk them, and hopefully we can sink them soon, and they won't have any ships for a while, and that'll give us a huge advantage. Because if we manage to defeat this army, they really can't retrain much of it, because the city of Samberdiva, the small town, it's a small town, so it's not going to be able to retrain too much. And yeah, we're going to go around the kingdom here building stuff. Build some of that, build some of this, build some of that, and build some of this, build some of that. Oh, Belenus, you're such a man. And this is only a unit of Talon Watch, so really nothing going on. And not too much. They built war dogs. Why? Why? War dogs are not that good if you have low number of men. And they're building cavalry. Honestly, cavalry are not that effective against barbarians. You need to have strong line infantry. So they're not even building smart. So we should be able to hopefully just totally annihilate the Romans. And that'll be awesome. Of course, the Julii are going to be the easiest out of the Romans from now on. The Spanish are moving some troops through. They don't really have a thoroughfare between their territories, so I can understand that. We're still at war. I could go attack them. I don't really feel like it. But we've done some pretty good work today. So that's pretty much all for this episode. Join me next time when we hopefully take a Roman city.
Quit touching me! Yeah, well, you should see the other guy.